Hello and welcome to One United. This is Paritosh Joshi along with Ekus Singh, Dinete and Wali to talk about our disastrous form and the loss against Liverpool. United are going through a rough patch and this is only turning out to be worse. Wali, what are your thoughts about it?
You really want to hear me first? Are you serious about
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what to say, and I'm just getting a headache at the moment. And I was about to go to bed, but I decided that I want to be ill before I go to work tomorrow, so that I can actually, bring in an excuse for tomorrow. Because I seriously am in no mood for going tomorrow. It's horrendous. It's horrendous to say the least, man. The club is it's tattered at the moment. Our manager is a little bit clueless. Our players are fatigued. They do not know what to do. Rashford is apparently out for a couple of months. That's basically the whole
More
season
than
now.
more than a couple of months. More than a couple of months.
We have basically no midfielders now. Our best attacker is now on the sidelines. Our manager doesn't know what to do. Our um CEO apparently has always been a cunt, and he's still not going to sign anyone. So I just want the season to end, and it's just like a bad dream. And Dinette, man, wake me up when this dream ends.
Yeah,
Um,
Dinete about that. How are you
and
feeling right now?
I'm gonna be a bit positive here, a little bit, because I know that I mean, we went against the best team like ever, probably in the Premier League, and we were 1-0 down, and I
Being
know that they got
positive,
two.
that's not
Yeah,
positive.
not the
United
best team. Then
was
that's the not the
No,
best
no, but
team. We
even
had we had the best.
Even with Ferguson, it's not like we always went to Anfield and played well or even won.
Yeah, yeah,
We
that's
had a
that's right.
bad record in Anfield anyway, regardless of whoever it was, Ole or Fergie or I think Van Gaal somehow beat them and got a draw or something.
Klopp.
But yes,
Klopp never beat Van Hal.
huh?
Klopp never beat Van Hal in the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. No, but like, so if you look at it from that point of view, Anfield was always going to be tough, regardless of whoever we have. Even with Ronaldo and like, even if you had the best players, Anfield was always going to be tough. So obviously, like playing with a really good Liverpool side, and I know we lost 2-0, but after we went down 1-0 in the second half, we came out really well. And if we had, like Wali said, if we had slightly better players, they would have taken the chances, and we could have probably gotten a draw or at least a point from this game. So in that sense, I think I'm not that really like pissed about it, like how I was when we lost to Watford or something. It was understandable that we were going to lose we were probably going to lose against Liverpool. We lost. Salah scored in the 90th minute. But I think the team played quite well in the second half, and if they try to continue that, hopefully we can at least do better against the weaker teams, and we could get better. But unfortunately, Rashford is out, and I really hope he recovers really well. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that pissed about this game. I'm not that low after this game, but overall, yeah, it's a bit gutted to lose against Liverpool.
Yeah, we all are gutted. This performance was it is one of the bad performances of United. We were dominated at Anfield today. And Ekis, your thoughts about anything that is going into the transfer market or what all United need to do to get back the swagger or get back to anywhere near the previous form.
First of all, I don't think Pereira deserves to be anywhere near the bench or the first team. He needs to be trashed straight away.
Twice,
He he
Yeah.
has too much on his mind whenever he plays for United, and he is always confused whether to pass, shoot, and it's just a rookie mistake. Another thing I think with United is they're too predictable when they play. They are too slow on the ball, and of course, Martial's first touch and I think
Pereira.
they both let United down today, and both could have scored a couple of goals each.
Yes, interestingly, both of them were facing criticism, and both of them had chances to equalize for United, and both of them missed. So that was the story at Anfield. Nothing much positive about United. Only the fact that Fred has been really, really consistent. Fred is one of the shining lights. Luke Shaw played really well. De
Yeah, it
Gea
looks
had
sure.
a
Yeah.
little. De Gea,
I
little.
would even
De
give
Gea,
it to Van Bissaka. He played well too.
Van Bissaka was, for me, he had like a 50-50 game. At times, he looked like
Mhm.
he was on top, but when Firmino came in running, when Bissaka was all jittery, man. I remember one run, Firmino let him everywhere on the field. He was sliding here and there, and he wasn't able to
Yeah.
get anywhere near Firmino. So
Right.
for Bissaka, he had like a 60-40 game. I would still give him like some points because he at least worked. There were players who were not even trying. Andres Pereira, he was, I don't know what was on his mind. He was trying to be Wayne Rooney or something. He's nowhere near half the talent that Rooney had. And why is he dribbling across the pitch, trying to score from his own self, not trying to give the ball to someone else? Daniel James was running down the flank and he was not receiving the ball. I don't know what is wrong with Pereira and why is he getting first place. Why is he in the team for the starters? I don't know.
भाई Pereira is अगर जो लोग इंडियन सुपर लीग देखते हैं आई थिंक ही बिलोंग्स ऑन द फॉर द केरला ब्लास्टर्स नो ऑफेंस टू यू डिनेट
No,
केरला
I don't
ब्लास्टर्स
think he'll start for Kerala Blasters also. I think the
it's
Kerala
just
fans would like
Uh,
destroy his house or something.
I think he'll go for the Northeast because Northeast are the ones who are struggling right now, right? So they'll go for the Northeast United.
well, he just belongs over there, I guess, because it's just he's so utter crap. Because I was just seeing the highlights right now, and it was 3-on-3, like on the counter attack. Manchester
Yeah,
United
yeah,
was
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We had a chance. We had a good chance. Not
James
one.
was
We had multiple good chances.
exactly. Daniel James was just like right in front of him, and Martial was across him. But he decided to go across where the defender had a much easier chance of intercepting him. So his decision making is absolutely horrendous, and he does not belong in the starting 11 or on the bench. And Juan Mata, in spite of him not having the legs, I think he would have been the perfect fit because in terms of creating chances, Mata and Pogba ही दो खिलाड़ी हैं जो कि create कर सकते हैं यूनाइटेड के लिए. Other than that, I do not see any creative genius in that Manchester United lineup, and just a worrying time because apparently a week ago by this time we were quite sure that we're getting Bruno Fernandes out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, there was this link. We're getting Bruno Fernandes. He's almost about to sign for United. He's going to play his last game. Achanak say now they're saying that he's asking the club is asking for a lot of wages, and it's been a week, man. Liverpool they had signed Minmao before the transfer window had opened because you do not need January to recruit people. You need to decide who you're going to recruit before January, and then you do the business in January. हमारा क्या है हम जनवरी में देखते कौन कौन अवेलेबल है फिर डिसाइड करते हैं अच्छा ये अवेलेबल है इसको लेते हैं सो ऑलमोस्ट 1 month goes away and we end up signing fuck all so just
Also,
That
I
is
don't know.
that about that argument. I'd like to contradict you on that because it is about the way the team is playing. Liverpool are at the top of the world right now. When we were at the top of the world, Ronaldo, we were able to sign easily. Everybody was
Yeah,
interested in Cristiano Ronaldo at that point, and Ferguson was able to make a deal just the next day after we played Sporting Lisbon in a friendly game in the preseason. So that is one thing that comes with form and that comes with the
true.
way the trophies come in. So United need to be in a position where we attract players. Why is it that Liverpool are attracting players and they are getting the best players? It is because everybody wants to play for Liverpool because they are the best team in the world right now. And I don't think anybody would like to contradict on that. Although I'm a die-hard Manchester United fan, I like Real Madrid as well. But there's no football fan on the planet who can tell me that Liverpool are not the best team in the planet right now.
True. That's how Chelsea got Hazard when they won the Champions League. All they
Yeah,
needed to
man. Yes,
he was
yes,
like
yes.
they were champions of
And
Europe.
because
Hazard left.
United also were trying for Hazard, and there were multiple
Exactly.
clubs who were trying for Hazard at that point. I still remember. Ekus, I would like to ask you some certain thing. I was watching the game against Liverpool, and this has been one question that has been on my mind regularly. That why are we not able to change flanks? There's no across the pitch play null. I think even we are able to distribute balls at time towards the wingers, but when there is chance for the other side to play and all the players are attracted to one particular side, there's no change of flanks in our side.
This is particularly due to the tactics of the manager. I think he's too rigid to move anyone. Uh, if you see United's recruitment, everyone wants to play on the left, including De Gea. If he had a choice, he would play on the left. There is no
That's
way
true.
we don't have anything on the right. Like the last player I remember playing on the right for United was Valencia with the number 7,
Yeah, yeah,
and
9-8.
not
and
the 25 one please not the number 7
Yeah.
and
number
yeah. The
25
25 one, the
it's been
25 one. Yes, yes, yes. The 25
but
one.
it's also the recruitment. We have like outs for United have been Valencia, Smalling, Sanchez, Lukaku, Herrera, and Darmian. How many of those have we replaced? And we have a non-existent midfield. Nobody is there in the midfield because when we played versus Liverpool today, there were 7 players defending, and
Yeah,
the
this is
three
one
players
more thing
at the
that was
top
on my
were
mind.
at the top. And I don't think I don't know what was wrong with Martial today. He was coming on the left. There was a little like it was unexpected that Pereira was leading the attack. That was something different, but I don't know why he and James did not interchange because they both can play on either flank. But it's lack of interest from Solskjaer. I don't know if he's lost the plot already. If he wins 2 games in a row, we are fine with him. And the third game he loses, we turn
Yeah,
against him.
same
But
thing.
I think
I
I think what is a long term plan right now is to get Pochettino. Whether the board is there or not there, we need to see how our future will pan out rather than see what is going to happen. So I feel go for Poch and get you have to get 2 midfielders. Otherwise, we're just gonna crumble. We're gonna go back to a mid table.
Because why
like
do
we
you
need.
think Pochettino would change something in this team? What will be the
Pochettino
thing?
will change something because he's gonna get
Yeah, what
more
is that
ideas
something?
than Solskjaer, who is just depending clearly on counter attack. There is
Okay,
nothing new from him and Van Gaal. He is the counter attacking Van Gaal. That's what I think, and
Van Gaal was
that's
like,
exactly the truth. And he's not he's not given us any edge in defense, even though we have the world's most expensive defender. I don't see any difference. I don't see why. I just don't see a point of him changing anything at the back. There's no midfield. Basically, we're playing. What we want to do in a game is score more goals than the opposition because you know the opposition will score. You just need to score more goals than them, and that is not the right way. We're not Barcelona. Barcelona did that in the 2015-16 season when they had Neymar, Suarez, and Messi at the top of their forms, and they scored
Right.
100 goals. And this is not we are not them, and we cannot replicate them with the talent we have right now because it's raw. We have players who are 20, 21, 22. They're not at the peak of the game, and they need to get a defender and 2 midfielders 100% to even challenge Chelsea because we are going to crumble if we have a disastrous January. That
I
is
think
for
Well,
sure.
Ekus, I'd like to question you on your stand on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If we had talked because we weren't in the same conversation earlier, just after the summer window, I talked to Wali, and they were always there was a cry between the Manchester United fans that we hadn't signed enough players, we won't be doing anything, and this and that, we won't be getting the goals. He made Rashford click. He made Martial click when they were fit. He made Dan James a brilliant signing. You can't argue with that. He made Van Bissaka a brilliant signing. And he almost fixed the things with academy. We had no players from the academy who were shining from the past few years. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, and the academy players are shining all over the first team. So you can't take that away from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yes, there are some tactics that are constantly similar, but there are many pros that he has fixed in the club. I won't be changing anything that has went down with the club ever since Mourinho was there. Mourinho absolutely took the soul out of the club. We are back to being Manchester United. The way Manchester United runs is through academy players, and I'm hella proud about that. You can't take that away from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. One thing. Second thing, Pochettino, I don't think Pochettino would be making a huge difference right now.
agreed.
I still think we need to wait till the summer window and give these 2 windows at least to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because if Pochettino comes in, it's like 10 days left. 10 days, Pochettino can't do shit. And whatever he tries, these players won't be able to do anything because it's not like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer must not be telling them, try this. These players are just not capable enough. We need to sign 2 or 3 players. We need to give at least one more window after this to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Then I'll be okay. We go away from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and come in with Pochettino. But I still think this is too early for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to go. By this rate, we'll be asking for Pochettino signing if he fails in the next 2 windows.
there is a
Exactly.
point. Yeah, yeah, Dinete.
Yeah.
there's
No,
a point with that, but what I honestly think is okay, fine. The individuals are clicking. He's got the academy players to play, but on the other side, there are also players who are not clicking, and the team is not clicking. That's the most important part of the conversation. That you could have Rashford score 50 goals this season, but we are in the position we are in, and we'd rather click as a team than just individual players. So I give full credit to Soshar for getting the academy players to work. But on the other side of the window is the players they have signed. We're gonna pay Alexis Sanchez what Inter has paid for Ashley Young. We're gonna pay that to Sanchez in a month. So you see those things that there are problems at the back, there are problems on the pitch. There might be a few players clicking, but if you ask me why are United not playing, are not winning, they could draw like 40 games this season, but why are they not winning is because everyone is not clicking. And I definitely would just let Soshar go, and maybe I'll give him another 10 days because there is a big gap between our game on the 2nd and 17th of February. So I'll see him for another 10 days. But if he's losing to Wolves again next week, you'll be replicating what I'm saying right now, because we're gonna go. If you see the points between the 5th and the 12th position, there's not much difference when we could be in 12th by the end of next month.
Okay,
So
we'll see to that. Dinete, you were saying something.
yeah, I was just gonna ask Ekus. So what if Pochettino comes within that 10 days period? We still don't beat Wolves. So what's next? You're gonna be like, oh, after like 1 year, we would be like,
no,
oh man,
the thing with Pochettino is he's proven. You know
he
what he can
got
do.
sacked from Spurs, dude. He got
He
sacked
Well,
from
got
Spurs
sacked
what
from
he's
Spurs
for
proven,
a
first.
reason.
he's proven what, Ekus? He's
Yeah, and
proven
he's not
nothing.
won
He did
Okay,
anything. So
nothing.
what's
what he's
proven?
He
proven is
look
he's
at the
taken a
look
mid-table
at the
team,
players look at the
mid-table
players that he
team.
had.
I would like
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
It
I would
was
like to
not a
pay
mid-table
But
team.
where
It
do you
was
think
not a
those
mid-table team.
players came
It
from?
was
He
not
got
a
Dele
mid-table.
Ali, he got Harry Kane. I think Pochettino is the one who got those players. They were not in the first team before he came.
I,
He got
I,
them from the academy.
I think I'll have to agree with Akis a little bit
It
on
was
this.
not from the
And
academy, but okay.
though I still support Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of staying there till, because this is something which I believe in, that there is no point in sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and getting Pochettino at the moment, because this club is a virus at the moment, top to bottom. So
Mm.
if we get him, there might be a possibility that we ask for his head. But tactically, Pochettino is a much better manager than Ole Gunnar
Yeah,
Solskjaer,
yeah, definitely,
Yeah, agreed,
definitely,
agreed. Yeah.
definitely.
and another thing is that a few years ago we used to just Tottenham used to be a side which no one used to consider, as it was just another Wolverhampton Warriors or something like that. But
Well,
Pochettino
I
gave that club an identity. He gave that club an identity. Though him coming in Manchester United, it might be a completely different story, because the weight of expectations is a lot more, and we've seen the best crumble under that. So it would
I
only
Yeah.
be good
think
for.
I think you are completely missing something here. You're completely forgetting the Gareth Bale days. Ever since Gareth Bale was at Tottenham, it was Andre Villas-Boas, and Tottenham were actually challenging for something that season,
Yeah, it
if
was
you
AVP
remember.
the pioneer.
And
Yeah.
it was before Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino came in, he had a good side. Tottenham were never a side who you can push aside easily. From the past 5 seasons or 6 seasons, you can never say that Tottenham are a side you can push to the side and you can easily defeat them.
But
Gareth Bale
he
made us
consistently
lose
made them
at
a
Old
force.
Trafford only.
He consistently made them a force, and there's a reason why he's been considered by Bayern Munich, Real
Yeah, yeah,
Madrid, and Barcelona.
definitely, definitely. No,
Mhm.
Pochettino is a brilliant manager. There's no denying that. There's no denying
Right.
that he was able to make Tottenham a decent side out of nowhere. He had no funds and he still made them into a decent side. But the problems he faced at Tottenham are the similar problems at
Exactly.
Manchester
That's my
United.
point. That's my point.
Exactly the same
100%.
problems.
He's a
Daniel
good
Levy is
manager. Yeah.
Daniel Levy is a shit of a president. We all know that.
And
Everybody
Glazers
knows
is
that in the
worst.
football
Yeah.
market. And Glazers are just the same. Ed Woodward is just the same. He won't be able to deal because for a manager to work properly, you need to have a management which puts its faith in you. You have a proper director of football who takes care of operations. You have a proper team set up. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in, he wins a few matches, and then he gets the job. Okay, he did his bit. He made the academy players run. Mason Greenwood, nobody had Mason Greenwood on their mind before the start of this season. Nobody knew that Mason Greenwood would be making this big of an impact. Rashford, few games he was not able to score goals, and everybody was like, "Why is Marcus Rashford not clicking? Why is Marcus Rashford not scoring the goals?" Anthony Martial, just the same thing. It's impatience. Everybody is impatient, and I get that. We are Manchester United, and we need to be successful. But for success to happen, you just can't bypass the process. Liverpool weren't able to win the league for a similar reason. They had one of the best teams in them when they won the Champions League back in 2005 and 4, when they qualified for two particular Champions League finals, and they weren't able to win in one, and they won once with Steven Gerrard. Why were they able to win it? Because they had good players. They had Fernando Torres, and they still weren't able to win the league because the league is very, very, very difficult to
But
win. And
you
now they
don't
have
need to be a smart person to understand that United is lacking a midfield, a complete
yes, yes,
midfield.
definitely,
Not
Yeah,
definitely,
one player, not
definitely,
two players, not three players, a
definitely,
complete
definitely,
midfield.
definitely,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
definitely, definitely. Because
And Dinette,
even
when we
if
had this
even
conversation before the City game, you were also Ole out. So just
Exactly,
because,
exactly. No, yeah. So that's what I want to say. Because I was Ole out in the beginning. Ever since we started this, I was Ole out. But then I realized that there's no point of him being out because like the problems are much bigger. And even if Ole is gonna be out, it's not gonna be change anything. If you get Pochettino in, I don't think it's gonna change any different. And the
I
only reason why I don't want Pochettino is that the way he left Spurs, he would do the same thing with us. He would just leave it. We could be in 10th or 11th, much worse than we are right now. And yeah, and then we would be like, oh man, Pochettino came and destroyed and stuff. So yeah, I was
yeah,
Ole out, but now I don't see like the point of being Ole out because I
the
want to see
thing
more in the long run.
the
Yeah,
thing with the thing with this particular phase of Manchester United is also that we are living in social media era. Everybody is used to instant gratification, instant validation, and instant success, and we are not getting success, and that's why we are pissed off. It's not like the big clubs haven't had bad phases. They have had bad phases. Bayern Munich, in a league where they are the godfather, they had a bad phase in even in that league. And English Premier League is the toughest. You can't deny that. Manchester United
exactly.
have had a bad phase for a while, but still, right now, at least right now, I'm not sure that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would be the man in the longer run, but at least for now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the way to go.
but then
And
that's the wrong thing to even think of that Ole will not be there in the long term. What he's building is supposed to get him to a
because
longer tenure.
I'm the only thing that
Yeah,
makes me question the longer period thing is whether he's able to bring in more tactics with the arrival of new players. If new players come in and then there's similar strategy, I would be saying that yes, maybe he's
exactly.
trying with maybe he's incompetent of making the players click in a certain way. But right now, he's not having the players. If we give him the players that he wants and we finally able to build a team and still we are not able to apply different type of tactics, then I'll say okay, he's not capable to be a coach of a
But I
top
think his
side.
defense is complete. So why aren't the defenders clicking?
it's it's
We've
not it's
conceded
not about the
more
defense.
goals this season than last season.
It's not about the defense right now. It's about the injuries. The injuries in the midfield are making us suffer. Oh, the thing about Manchester United, if you go back like 4 to 5 years, even when we had an average team, we had a strong mentality and a player like Wayne Rooney. You can't deny the work rate that that guy was putting in. He was running from attack to defense, and we don't have a player like him up until now who can manage things at the front and manage things at the back as well. That is one thing that is costing us dearly. Also, we had players like Nemanja Vidic, who were complete bosses in the back. So if we are not able to develop that kind of defense, I don't think any side would be able to survive ferocious attacks time and again.
And the other thing is that we were talking about injuries over here, and since I'm saying that the club is rotting from top to bottom, our medical team is also in that criteria because if
Mhm.
your doctor knows that you're out injured, and if your doctor says that there is a possibility of him missing out many more matches if he gets another knock, then you should actually listen to him. But our medical staff has been absolutely horrific because the same thing happened to Paul Pogba. He returned, he was injured, and then he was out for 2 weeks, and then he came back and he was injured again. So it's like
Wali, you're not
We
audible.
can't
Once
hear
again, he
Wally.
returned. He said another
Wali,
thing.
Wali, you're not audible.
Yeah. I'm just saying that the medical stuff is just horrendous at the moment because if they had some authority over there, they could have had a word with Ole that there is no point of playing this
Wally again. Just again. Okay, I'll just complete Wally's sentence. I am not Ole out, but I am
already.
scared for Pochettino because if he goes to a rival team, then who do you go to?
Yeah, that is one thing that can be a like a legitimate argument. Yeah.
That's definitely something very scary because if he goes to some club like Arsenal, I don't know,
Say
Arsenal,
say he
Chelsea,
say he go say he goes to Wolves,
What
and
if he goes
Wolves
to Man
decides
City
some.
when
he
Pep
will
gets
not go
sacked?
to Wolves. I don't
What
think
if he
so.
goes to Man City when Pep gets sacked?
Yeah, Man City, he
Yeah,
can go to
Pep
Man
might get
City because
sacked if they
Pep
don't win
Guardiola is
Champions
not
League.
signing a new contract. Pep Guardiola is
Yeah,
not signing a new contract, and he's going back to Barcelona, I think. Pep Guardiola, and I
Yeah.
think Manchester City do have a chance with Mauricio Pochettino.
Guys,
And then
Burnley
you'll
want
see.
to
Then again, you'll
one
be in the
against
shadow of City.
no,
guys,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
so that's the thing. If Pochettino goes to City, he would have a really good backing from the board,
yeah.
the Sheikhs, and he could
If
really do
if it
something good
if
there.
if it comes down to Manchester City versus Manchester United, Pochettino will choose
Yeah,
Manchester City.
yeah, that's
Dude,
true.
it was who was that? The manager, once again, West Ham's manager. I forgot his name. Man, Greeny. He
Pellegrini.
was
Yeah,
with Manchester City
Pellegrini, and
right now. West
Pellegrini.
Ham. I mean, he got sacked by West Ham. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Just imagine. And by the way, Burnley won 2-1 against Leicester, so it's all over. And I do not know why this Premier League is going on at the moment because it's already done.
I
We
told
could
you this
have all
after
the
the Manchester City
arguments,
result.
all we
I to,
want, but
I
it's very, very difficult situation that United is in. They need to decide where they need to go. If they don't buy anyone, I don't know where they are going, and of course they'll get in pressure. But I think they will get one signing at least
I
this
just
January.
want,
hopefully,
I just want,
hopefully,
just,
hopefully, hopefully.
just want to buy our club in the summer transfer window. Nothing else. Just buy our club. That would be the best bit of business. Anyways, guys, let's
Oh,
just talk about our short-term fix since we can't take a look at what's going to happen in the future. So, Paritosh, Dinete, and Ekus, what do you think will be the short-term fix at the moment? Rashford is injured, Pogba is injured, McTominay. So, regarding that, how do you fix this? And what do you?
I'll go first on that. I will
Yeah,
say, I will say, lock Pereira up. Just lock him up. Just don't let him come anywhere near the team. And you just need
the
to get
next, then the next Dubai training session United have, just lock Pereira and don't let him leave for the flight only. The next training
right.
session that United have in
leave him at
Dubai,
Anfield.
don't let Pereira don't let Pereira leave Dubai.
Keep him at
Yeah,
Anfield only. Hope
then
the
I will
best luck without him.
play for Al Ahly Football Club over there.
Australia.
So, Ekus, on a serious note, man.
on a serious note, I think they need players back from injury to do anything. Pogba, Tomine, and Rashford. Without them, we are already very ordinary, and it's just scary. The thought of one more injury could just throw us off.
Imagine,
So,
imagine, imagine if Martial gets injured. We're fucked.
which
We
is
need one
What
more
no,
will we do?
striker. We
which
need one
can
more
be because
striker for
Martial
sure.
is 50% injured. 50% of the season he's injured. So
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
We need to sign one more striker, like those old kind of players. Like I don't know if I would even take Peter
Cavani,
Crouch also.
Cavani,
Cavani
Cavani,
just
Well,
Cavani.
I don't think he would come, but someone like Peter Crouch or some old guy who could just like
Troy Deeney. Do you mean Troy Deeney?
Mandzukic would have been a good one, but he left,
Not
right?
that.
oh, didn't it? Yeah, really? You fucking
Yeah.
tagged me in that. Oh, he went to Al Duhail,
Where is that?
Qatar.
Oh shit.
Hey
He
man,
went to
what happened? What happened to that Negredo guy who came in for City and he just disappeared? No,
La
Hey,
Liga.
Jovetic,
He's in Al Hali.
him and
He's in
Jovetic, Jeko and yeah,
Zeko was in
Zeko.
Roma.
Dude, there
Zeko
Jovetic,
was
was
in
once
Roma.
Zeko, Tevez,
Tevez,
Aguero,
Aguero.
Aguero, and Negredo.
Yeah. And
Jovetic
then
also,
even
yeah.
Jovetic. They had
Yeah,
Jovetic.
Jovetic.
Yeah, yeah, they had
They
Jovetic
had
as well.
five
Yeah,
strikers.
just
man.
get back.
That is the thing with City. Even if they don't have their A team, their B team is also capable. It's just that they
Exactly.
don't have a proper defense at the moment, or they would have been beating any team left, right, and center. It's
They
just the
consider
defense that
same
is.
goals as us this season, surprisingly.
Yeah, definitely. Manchester
And
City is
we
one
have,
team.
by the way, we have to play City and Wolves next.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. We have to play City next.
Wait, we
All is
have
in
them.
it. So it's
Yeah,
gonna be Ole in to Ole out already. I'm telling you.
nah. I think he'll stay this whole season regardless, even if he lose against City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
Well,
because
point. There's no point. There's no point right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Which other game is there? We have Chelsea away, the City at home, and then I think Tottenham
I
away.
still have hope, though. I still have hope. I still have hope.
I had hope
What
if
do you?
Rashford was fit. I had hope for top four. If
I had
Rashford
hope
was
for
fit,
Bruno Fernandes in the
Top
summer.
four? I don't think top four is a possibility after Marcus Rashford's injury.
yeah,
I
exactly.
had, I had hope for Bruno Fernandes in the summer. I'm still refreshing my tweets since then. So
but
no
what
point.
United could really think is between position 5 and position 4, there's a difference of 200 million pounds. If they
Hmm.
qualify for the Champions League, they get that much more money. So why not
Hmm.
just spend 100 million and get a chance to double that later
I
and
think we
just
should get.
buy.
I think we should get knocked out of Europa League. I don't think we should stay in that competition. We should just focus on the league and FA Cup.
No, man. No, 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 no. Keep all your options open.
Nah,
Because
I think
we're a team because
no,
we're
but
a team, we need our options.
no, but I
They were
see. I can see Chelsea crumbling right now. Chelsea has not been performing as they did in that beginning period, and we should capitalize on that more than going for Europa League. I'd
I
rather
honestly,
get fourth and win Europa League
I
because I
honestly
think
feel
Europa League is
might be.
risky.
If we win Europa League, we're in Champions League anyway. So I'll take
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's like a
I'll take that. I'll take that any day. I'll take that with even a seventh position finish.
When I,
I'll
Even if
take
we
that
finish
with an
seventh and
16th position finish. Just surviving the relegation battle.
a trophy is a trophy. Nobody
no,
remembers the
that's
fourth or
true.
fifth position.
calm
That's true.
down,
Bloody
I,
Liverpool has 3 Europas and we have one. That's why they have one more trophy than us.
calm down, guys. That's not gonna happen. And we've just won 11 points from the last 12 away Premier League games, which is the worst ever record held by the club. So that's another record,
On a
which is
brighter side, you could be Arsenal and just have 5 points from like 35.
dude. Irrelevant. And the guy I told you about that he's in my office. Like he's a really big fan of Mikel Arteta, and he honestly said that they're gonna win the treble next year.
No shit,
Travel.
man. No shit.
He was so
Okay, Wali,
gassed.
your final quick fixes or your thoughts about the current situation?
My final nothing. Just go with the flow at the moment.
Nothing. Nothing. There's no
Just
hope.
nothing.
There's no
Did it you want to add on something?
no, yeah, our next match is against Burnley, and they just beat Leicester, so it's gonna be tough.
Oh,
They'll be like
damn.
those.
Oh, damn.
They'll also come back like Watford, like when they had this bounce when they kept winning. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough game
And
on
everybody,
Wednesday.
everybody has to bounce on our backs
Yeah,
only, no?
exactly.
And
And then we have
for me,
And it's
I
Arsenal
think,
versus Chelsea, by the way. So there's a
exactly. So
this
if
is the
if
yeah,
if,
week.
if Arsenal
yeah.
beat Chelsea, then I hope we at least gap that we make reduce it to 2 points.
If we win and Chelsea lose, we'll be closing in up to 2 points from the fourth
Exactly.
position,
Then
right?
we play Chelsea in like 2 weeks' time, where we already won
Yeah.
twice.
So for me, I think Bruno Fernandes and someone like Edinson Cavani is needed because we will
Yeah.
not be having a proper striker for at least 2 months right now.
There are three realistic targets for United: Van de Beek,
Well,
Ziyech.
yeah, Van de Beek, but he's
Van
being
Dijk really
targeted by Real Madrid. Van de
But
Beek is
Real
being
Madrid
targeted by
already
Real
got another Flamingo midfielder. I don't know what are they doing with the Brazilians.
Madrid.
Take Pereira.
Rodrigo and
Take Pereira.
Vinicius.
sign
Yeah,
Jack
take the
Grealish.
bloody real
Pereira,
Brazilian.
take Pereira.
His
Dude,
bloody Twitter account, I think it's called Andrinho or something.
and every time before the match day, he posts a picture of himself behind a backdrop of Manchester United. I've always noticed that
True.
Andres Pereira. It's
He
always him.
should, and I would be ecstatic if he's loaned. to a Tranmere Rovers or somewhere.
Apparently, he was being loaned out to. Apparently, he was being loaned to Sporting Lisbon, but for the
Yeah,
Bruno
yeah, but he
Fernandes deal,
denied. But he
they
denied.
rejected.
He denied.
He denied.
He
He's an
denied. He
idiot.
denied. He denied.
He's an
Okay,
idiot.
so I think it's
Marcos
time to
Rojo. Marcos Rojo was also
On
a
a brighter side, we got 2 more years of Eric Bailly. So I don't know how many games he'll play out of those 2 years, but
two
yeah.
games, one game this
man.
season,
Yeah,
one game next
that is
season.
that is that is one signing. That is one signing that really pains me, because he's a really good player. If only he
True.
hadn't been injured the way he was, I think he was a very good signing.
But also due to the way he plays, too like
Yeah,
risky.
that
And
is
it's good, but like
that is
Yeah.
just makes him a real asset. Anyways, I
Anyway,
think we're
guys,
done.
let's
yeah,
hope we get a signing before we meet next. And
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Please. Please save us. SOS. SOS.
By the way, did it? By the way, did it? We had Ekus like after a month on this podcast. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
Ekus, where were you?
Dude, Dinete is also
where were
really
you?
good first signing.
I was in Dubai. Dubai, there's no Skype, dude. Geography
Yeah,
problems. But Ekus, where were you?
Dude, I was really busy, man. I was just packing
He's
my
the
stuff because
VVIP. He's the
I'm
VVIP.
moving to
He's
Jersey.
Paul
So
Pogba of our club. That is it from our side at One United. For me, Paritosh Joshi, Wali Siddiqui, Dinete and Ekus saying Tata bye bye, and hopefully Manchester United are somewhere near the top again.